Hi guys, it's your boy Dantanks back at here again. If you don't know how to make the best tech team, well then stay right here. Let's talk about it.
And this is to watch
And I continue to amaze myself with how crazy and cheesy I can make my intros, but without any further ado, let's create this perfect tech team for all you guys. In the end, of course, I will cover some units that will help out if you don't have all the best cards in the game. But to start off, of course, Go Tanks, Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks, or God Tanks, is the leader, and you'll bring one as your friend, of course. He's a key type play plus 3 HP attack and defense up 70%, and he's one of the hardest hitters in the game. That's his whole gimmick. You only need a super attack at 9 key, and that 9 and 10 key super is Goes Kamikaze attack, which does immense damage. What you really want, of course, is the 11 key super, where he'll massively raise his attack, and he'll do immense damage. With that, at SA 10, he can very easily hit close to 1,000,000 damage, about 600,000 to 700,000 damage against the right bosses. So he'll be one of the most consistent hard hitters on your whole team. And in the last 12 key super, it's usually the worst one, is Super Goes Kamikaze attack, which does only extreme damage but does greatly lower defense. When situations like going against Brawly, you want to use that to lower their barrier, but otherwise you would rather not do that, but it still does fairly good damage. And his passive is attack plus 120% when doing a super, and his links are kind of, he doesn't have as many key links as some God leads do. That's a good thing for him, but he does have Overrun Flash, which is still the best link in the game, on a plus 3 key link, and he has Fuse Fighter, or his key links. And then he has Fierce Battle and Limit Breaking Form for more power links, 15% apiece, and then Super Saiyan, I believe, is 10. So now we have the leader out of the way. Let's go to the Demigod, who isn't quite out in Global yet, but will be out very shortly, and that's the Demigod himself, Tech Golden Frieza. He is one of the few non-God leads that does immense damage, and he greatly lowers defense, so he's a wall breaker, and he'll hit fairly hard himself. His passive, a lot like Agility Golden Frieza, but some could argue not as good, especially for the tanking part. Damage received minus 70%, and attack plus 70% when HP is 50% or above. So if you can maintain his passive, he'll be one of your harder hitters and he'll tank. He'll be very, very good. But with the HB restriction on the God Tanks team, it might be hard to maintain because there's not a lot of tankiness in that team, with Golden Frieza being relied to be the best tank on the team. But nevertheless, he's pretty good. He has shocking speed, another fierce battle unit, and he'll add a lot to your team to go on. So since you have the defense, well, let's go to power. Well, nothing says power like our boy LR Super Saiyan Goku. This guy's a beast. That's probably the hardest card to get on this team. I'm struggling to do it by myself, but he is very much worth it. His super attack, he has two options. Super Kamehameha at 12 key, and if you get to all the way to 18 key, you'll do Super Spirit Bomb. Now attach a load of these cheesy things that you can cause a colossal damage with the Kamehameha, or it'll cause mega colossal damage with the Spirit Bomb. And allies attack plus 30% for that turn. So he might actually hit harder than God Tanks, which is crazy because God Tanks hits massively. So you have two of the hardest hitters in the game on the same team, which is insane. And his passive is attack plus 10,000 and defense plus 3,000 when facing the one enemy. And he doesn't have very good key links, which is why you really need the next card in the list if you really want to run LR Goku to his full potential. He'll still do pretty well regardless, and a lot of this team is tailored to help out LR Goku because he doesn't have very good key links, and you really want to get to that 18 key super for maximum results. So let's go to that buddy we talked about a little bit earlier, and that is our boy Super Saiyan Bardock. He'll be the weakest hitter on the team, and thus far, he causes only supreme damage and seal super. So super attack, he's a utility guy on the team. He changes strength orbs to tech orbs, which is really nice. Helps out LR Goku a ton. Just save up those strength orbs and you go in and just get them all in the tech when you have Bardock and LR Goku buddied up together. His link skills are exactly the same as LR Goku, except he has prepared for battle, and that spot for LR Goku, he has the LR Goku, or he has the LR card link, which is, I believe, is a big power boost or something if he's linked with LR cards, which is never happens. But nevertheless, it's a link that helps him a lot. So, in the 5th slot, I have it divvied up into 2 options. Number 1 option is against boss fights, and most of the time, and when in doubt, I would run this card. This card, of course, isn't out in global, but will be out in like 2 or 3 months, and that is the Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Trunks, and he does supreme damage to the enemy and raises the attack for 6 turns, so it stacks, and I believe that is for all enemies or for all allies. So he helps out everybody for the 6 turns, so it's really crazy, and his passive attack was 80% when facing that one enemy. So this is where he comes into play. He's a harder hitting version of the other guy that could fill this spot just fine. He has Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, and the Vegeta family are his main links. He has Super Saiyan Golden Warrior as well. So his links aren't quite as good as the other cards, so you can make a strong case for him as well. But I like Trunks, he hits harder, and like you need more damage really, and he'll help out your other cards to hit even harder. But a guy that will be just as good really, if not better at times, is Base Hair Vegito Tech. He does supreme damage and allies attack plus 25% for 1 turn, and his attack and defense plus 30% for all allies. So I think only Vegito helps his allies, so Trunks might just be helping himself. So Vegito is more of an ally booster, while Trunks is more for a greedy bastard that only helps himself. But nevertheless, Vegito will help out your guys a bit more. He won't hit nearly as hard as Trunks. He'll hit maxed out right around 100k, which is honestly a little bit pathetic, but he'll help your other guys quite a bit. If you have him right next to God Tanks, his passive will give him 30%, Fierce Battles another 15%, I believe is one of his links, another 10%, and his super attack is another 25%. So he'll be hitting extremely hard, about 60% harder if he goes off, does a super attack right in front of God Tanks, and they link up very well as they both share the same link and the Fused Fighter link. So now in this last slot, this one is really up for debate. You could fill this slot for if you decide you want Trunks and Vegito. You could put the other one in the 6th slot, but I would go with, to help out, this is where I'm going to help out LR Goku a lot, and that's bringing the Dokkan Awaken Tech Gotenks, the one that was Goten, the Dokkan Awaken 2 Gotenks up here, so he changes orbs around to rainbow, blue to rainbow. So, and then he'll hit fairly hard as well. Since his summon rate is so goddamn high, he's extremely easy to max out to SA10. So he'll hit fairly hard because he'll be at SA10, and with his additional boost of 20%, there'll be some more damage. Of course, the super attack only does extreme damage, but it'll be okay. And his link seals are really nice too. He has Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, and Prepared for Battle, so he links very well with the rest of the team. And his main help is for LR Goku to get him more connections to get those supers off. So that is the main team. So now let's get into some honorable mentions that can fill spots on the list. Alright, so these first couple I'll get away nice and quick will be the World Tournament cards that we could get. So it really depends on how hard you win in that World Tournament, but there is a banner in the JP and during the World Tournament now, so you can get these cards. I believe this first card isn't on that banner though, and that is Ultimate Gohan. He's nice because he does supreme damage, and he's a rare chance to stun. His passive is Ki plus 2 and attack plus 70% and HP plus, when his HP is 50% or above. He has shocking speed. So he'll link with some of these guys later on, but he's saying warrior race and power bestowed by God, so he's good for some missions, and he's an all-around a decent tech card if you don't have one of the other 6 I mentioned earlier. Another one is Turlets. He does extreme damage and rare chances stun. Ki plus 3 for the first 5 turns. He is prepared for battle. Same warrior race, and that's his main links. Now, out of those 2, I would go with Gohan first, but that is the World Tournament cards. Now let's go to more likely cards that you might have. Now let's go to one of the coolest cards that makes honorable mentions. That is Fury Mode Beerus. Of course, he does supreme damage to the enemy and lowers defense. His attack plus 60% at start of turn, and you can rage when you get under 30% and do massive damage. Now he does shocking speed, so if you take Gohan, you might take Beerus, so you get those two links. But that'd be the only real reason, because his rage is nice, but it only goes for the one turn. Of course, you're invincible for that turn, he'll do good damage. So it's not very good, but it's nevertheless is a decent card. Hashtag make Beerus great again. You need an LR Beerus or something like that. Now let's go to another card. If you don't want, this is mostly to connect LR Goku and help him out more, and that is the Tech Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. He does supreme damage, attack plus 30% when doing his passive build, so he'll hit fairly hard. And this is what's nice about when you change Rainbow to Ki or to Tech Orbs. So if you run the Tech Gotenks and this guy, the Tech Gotenks will change them to Rainbow, then he turns into Tech, and then you have your boy LR Goku get all of his Tech Ki and get a big old Spirit Bomb and just take out everybody. So that's a nice option for him, and he has Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Kamehameha and Super Saiyan for his main links. And one more card that is on this list is Buff Boo. He does supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense, and his passive is Ki plus 2, attack plus 70% when HP is 99% or below. And he has Fierce Battle as his main link. If he had better links, I'd have him up higher on the list. He'd probably have a chance for making the team, because he is nice. Because his passive will almost always be active, because the 99% or lower is very easy to achieve. Just take a little speck of damage and you got it. And he's a wall breaker, so it's going to help your cards out altogether. I would say he is probably the best out of these honorable mentions. And if you would want to replace if you don't have LR Goku, he's probably the #1 choice to put in there. But LR Goku definitely takes the cake if you have both of those cards. So the final one we have on this list is the new Dokkan Super Saiyan 2 Goku. He does immense damage. It would be your third card that could do immense damage on the list. And his passive is nice too, because it makes Tech and Strength Ki plus 3. Now I haven't tested this out yet, but I don't know if when he's out and his passive is active, if everybody on the field can get Strength Ki and get Strength Orbs and get the 3 Ki, or if it's just for him. I think it would be for everybody, because it doesn't say it for him, but it's something I have to test. But if that is the case, it's very, very nice. You could make a case for him being better than one of the other cards, just because that's a nice passive if it does affect everybody. And he's prepared for battle and shattering the limit. And he has Saiyan links as well. He is Majin Vegeta's best buddy for the World Tournament, if you would want to run that. But that does finish off the honorable mentions. So that ends the list, with the full team being, of course, Gotenks being the lead, the Demigod, Tech, Golden Frieza. You would have your boy LR Goku bringing in some extra damage. You would have the Tech sealing Bardock there to set up LR Goku with all of his links, make him more powerful, and make more orbs for him. You'd get the Tech Gotenks there to change orbs around to help them out as well, and you'd have Trunks or Vegeta there to boost up everybody else's stats and make them even stronger. So that does end things, and we'll see you guys in the next JDoZ video, and comment down below what team you want me to do next. See ya.